This Sunday, the New York Jets, by a margin of one singular point, beat Sir Unk, Joe Flacco, and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Really?
They did. We have officially won at football with nearly 40 points.
You know what happened to the Dallas Cowboys?
They got pooped on.
They got pooped on by Bo Nix.
They got pooped on.
What happened to our elite offense that we had? Apparently, when you add the Denver Broncos defense to the mix, it suddenly disappears. Very sad and unfortunate for me. But this guy won finally. Look at him. He can actually wear his Jets hat this week and be proud.
Hold on a second.
Super Jets fan.
Super Jets fan. Let's go.
Anyways,
football.
Welcome back to week 9 of fantasy football.
On the wire.
Yes, on the wire. Our favorite place to get fantasy football tips and tricks.
Well, we don't do very many tricks.
Well,
but we can give you some good tips.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Like injuries. Did you know that Cooper Rush is out for the season?
Cooper Rush is dead.
Well, you know who really died?
Cam Skattebo.
We'll get to him in a minute.
Very sad.
But Cooper Rush out for the season. What does this mean? Not very much. J.J. McCarthy was coming back this week anyways, so chances were he wasn't going to play anyways. Doesn't mean much. But Trevor Lawrence, Tua Tagovailoa, and Jalen Hurts are all questionable for this week to play.
And Michael Penix.
They're all questionable. So my best advice on those guys is they're all, like I said, questionable. So keep an eye on them. We're making this on a Wednesday. You should be checking this on a Sunday morning to see if they're playing. If not, get them out of there. Yes. You don't want a bunch of duds starting. You don't want to put up zero numbers. Moving on to running backs. This week, Saquon Barkley is questionable.
He is?
Yeah. But after the game, he was feeling a little bit iffy. They took him out a little bit early.
Yeah. I saw him kind of limping around.
Yeah, he was limping around. But he personally said it's something he's dealt with before.
Yeah.
And it's so
pre-existing condition.
And he said that it doesn't really bother him and he probably will play. But the fact that he's dealt with it before, that might be a concern. Something to keep an eye on, okay?
Potentially. Cam Skattebo.
Cam Skattebo.
He's dead.
Heal up, buddy, because that was bad. That was really bad.
What, his foot disconnected?
It was sideways. Sideways.
Disconnected from the rest of his leg. Yeah. It said it dislocated at his ankle, but I'm pretty sure his ankle came off.
I'm pretty sure the bone was sticking out. But
yeah.
That was...
I have personally really enjoyed watching Cam Skattebo this year. I really like him. He's a great rookie, great running back. So
definitely. Well, I hope you had enough of him because that's probably all you're getting.
I had him on my fantasy football team, which is really gonna suck, man. But
feel bad for you.
Seriously, hope he heals up good.
Yeah, he'll be very lucky if he gets to make it back on this season, or if he ever comes back how he was doing this rookie season. That's just a horrible injury to have as a rookie, and we're sorry for anyone that it affected on your fantasy team. That sucks, but most importantly, Cam Skattebo, we hope you're doing all right, bud. Moving on, we got Quinshon Judkins, who is dealing with some shoulder issues right now. Probably going to play, but if he doesn't, Dylan Sampson might be a good handcuff to him this week because Dylan Sampson would become the starter. So keep an eye on it. If he doesn't play, well, Dylan Sampson probably could go too if you got Quinshon. Luther Burden, a wide receiver coming out of Chicago. He is on concussion protocol right now. Probably means he is not going to play. So
he's on the CTE.
He's been doing okay this year. Nothing really special. I don't think anyone thought he was going to be special. Well, we did. We did for a while, but it sucks. Sucks that so many rookies are getting hurt this week.
We were wrong, son.
And then finally, for our wide receivers, we got Calvin Ridley, who is questionable with a hamstring injury. I really hope that he plays this week because the trade deadline is coming up next Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, and Calvin Ridley, if I had to guess, most likely going to get traded. Brees Hall probably will as well. That leaves some handcuff room for Isaiah Davis. We'll get to that later. But believe that just about does it for the injury report.
Moving on to some hot topics this week. Trade deadline is Tuesday.
Yep.
So we're probably going to see some people moving around. A lot of the ones we've heard rumors about. Brees Hall has been a big one. Heard a lot about him.
Yeah.
Not really sure where. Nobody's really said anywhere.
Possibly the Chargers would be a good place for him. I mean, like the Chargers, they really just need to trade for a running back.
Yeah.
But Vidal has been doing good for him, so maybe they won't. Who knows?
Maybe. You just never know. Trey Hendrickson, I don't know much about him, but I've seen that he has, been rumored a lot just around the season and stuff. Jacoby Myers and Jalen Phillips and Bradley Clubb, they're all being discussed as trade rumors. I'm not totally sure. Really, I have no details on these trades. A.J. Brown has also been rumored of trades, and Tyler Lockett demanded release and went to play for the Raiders.
You know where A.J. Brown would be deadly at? The Bills.
Yeah, the Bills really need a good.
If Josh Allen could finally get a superstar wide receiver, they could be Super Bowl contenders.
Personally, I want Jamar Chase to go to the Bills.
I don't think he's getting traded.
He's
a
not.
Franchise player.
He is, but I want him to go to the Bills. Anyways, the Saints are benching Spencer Rattler.
Good Tyler Show coming in. That'll be a fun one.
Good rookie playing quarterback. The Cowboys, sorry, buddy, I got to talk about it. The Cowboys got their butts kicked on Sunday by the Denver Broncos. They're playing Arizona, and they're just kind of slipping, and their defense raised a lot of concerns this week.
The defense coordinator is the problem. Matt Eberflus, I hate you. Why are you in charge of our defense?
Kyler Murray's coming back off an injury this week, so he'll be playing against the Cowboys on Sunday.
Which, great pick coming up later for that.
Marquise Brown as well. He'll probably start putting up some more points.
Why is that?
Because Kyler Murray's coming back.
Marquise Brown plays for the Chiefs.
Crap.
This guy, he got the red jerseys confused.
Marvin Harrison. Sorry. Marvin Harrison Jr. probably put up some good points this week because Kyler Murray's return.
He's probably going to put up a ton of points. If you have him, definite start.
Yeah. Marvin Harrison, good points. Kyler Murray coming back, more points. They're playing the Cowboys defense. Lots of points. The Washington Commanders, they got hit with the injury bug pretty hardcore. Terry McBride is still out, I'm pretty sure. Jaden Daniels has been playing, but they have went.
Is he coming back this week?
Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
He's been back for like 2 weeks, I think.
Marcus Mariota played for him last week.
Oh.
He's out.
I don't know. I don't know if he's coming back or not. He should be. He's questionable. But it's week 9 now. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. If they do, they probably won't make it very far. The Patriots. Drake May.
Tom Brady Jr.
Going insane. I love watching Drake May play football.
He's doing better. He's number 1 in fantasy points.
Yeah.
As the quarterback. In year 2. This means the Patriots have completed the fastest rebuild in history.
Oh, yeah.
It only took them like 2 years.
What are they now? 6-2?
I believe so. They're off to a very hot start. 2-year rebuild. Good Lord.
Yeah. They are doing insane right now.
Mike Vrabel is on the ball.
Insane. Couple breakout players that I just kind of highlighted this week. The Jets are on bye for week 9, but Isaiah Davis has been getting the ball a lot more than Brees Hall has recently, and he's been putting up some good points. So don't start him because he's on bye, but next week, definitely have him in the game. Puka Nakua is coming back off an injury this week. So
That'll mean a lot for the
Yeah.
Rams because they're going up against the Saints. That'll be so much
Yeah.
points because Matthew Stafford has been balling out this season with Devontae Adams and Puka. Both of them,
Yeah.
if you have either one, if you have both, I recommend starting them both because they're going to get a lot against that
Yeah.
New Orleans Saints.
And a lot
team.
of times, fantasy football, I'm not starting a wide receiver 1 and 2 duo from the same team, but for this time, I would do it for sure. Drake May, definitely. If he's there, start him. He's just going crazy. Zay Flowers, Lamar Jackson's coming back from injury this week. I feel like Lamar and Zay Flowers kind of have more of a.
Oh yeah, they were hooking up at the
Yeah.
beginning of the year. That should hopefully continue with him coming
Yeah,
back.
I've got Zay Flowers on 2 of my teams, so really hoping that comes back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's all I got.
Starting off with our players to pick up this week, I know the best part of the show. We got Bam Knight for the Arizona Cardinals. Probably be the last week he plays, but oh man, what a way to go out because they are playing the Dallas Cowboys. And as y'all know, well, we're not that great at defense in any aspect of football. There's
Nope.
nothing we excel at on defense. So, with that being said, Bam Knight playing this 1 week finally to finish it off before Trey Benson comes back. Leading us on to Trey Benson, also for Arizona, also a running back. He's coming back next week off the IR. Bam Knight starters, very unfortunate because he's not going to be there next week because Trey Benson's going to lead the backfield. But to anyone who does have Trey Benson or he's available in your league, I would go ahead and get him because he's going to be putting up some good points for you.
Solid.
But like I said, start Bam Knight this 1 week because he will do good. All right. We'll call him pick number 2 of the week. All right. He's not our main guy of the week, but he is going to be up there. Then moving down, Isaiah Davis for the New York Jets. This one goes without saying. He's been doing a little bit better than Breece Hall. Last year we seen with Breece Hall that Braylon Allen stepped in, started to try and replace him. But this year would seem to be Isaiah Davis on our sheet here, right? And, trade deadline's coming up, like we stated,
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Breece Hall.
So, and Breece Hall is very
well rumored.
He's been rumored for quite a while that he's going to get traded. So if he doesn't, I think you're out of the woods with Breece Hall.
Yeah.
He'll probably remain the starter if he don't get traded.
But
if he does, Isaiah Davis will probably take over. Tyjae Spears for Tennessee. We called him a couple weeks back. We called him last week too.
He had a good game this week.
He did have a good game. Like we said, Tony Pollard has been getting a little bit older. Starting to fall out of his prime. Tyjae Spears is still young. He's going to start to take over most likely, okay? So it'd be smarter to get him while you're ahead. Try and get him now before he is that full-time starter and everyone knows what's up. Then we got Kyle Monangai for the Chicago Bears.
Yes,
Called
sir.
him last week too and the week prior. And guess what? He's been blowing up. Last week he did really good. And then this week should do even better because guess what?
They're playing the Bengals.
They're playing the Cincinnati Bengals.
And their defense is buns.
It is very horrid. Almost as bad as the Cowboys.
Not quite.
Not quite.
It's hard to be that bad.
Anyways, with that being said, Kyle Monangai, while he's not the lead back, he is more of a power back archetype. They're probably going to sling him in there a couple of times. And by a couple, I mean quite a bit. Probably be a good pickup for this week if you're really struggling at running back. Moving down, we have Woody Marks. Now, this one's questionable because they're playing Denver, right? But my thought process with this is Nick Chubb, once again, will not be receiving the ball because he's not the receiving back. And Woody Marks, even with the less carries last week, still got more even rushing yards than Nick Chubb. So he did better in all aspects than Nick Chubb's. But definitely against this Denver game, this is probably all they're going to be able to use is Woody Marks. Well, check downs because they're not going to be able to get it downfield.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to run it. They're just going to have to check it down probably half the game. So he's going to be getting a lot of points in PPRs, possibly even a touchdown. I wouldn't like to call it a touchdown because I really don't know, and that's really not my place. I'm just here to tell you he's probably going to do good in PPRs. If you think he's going to get a touchdown, if you're in a touchdown league, well, then you go right ahead. Oh, yeah. Tyrone Tracy for the New York Giants. Very unfortunate.
Cam.
You know, at the beginning of the year, I think a lot of people knew Tyrone Tracy was really good, and it came as a surprise when Cam Scatebo became the starter. But quickly,
It's Cam Scatterboo.
it is Cam Scatterboo, but quickly everyone fell in love with him, and it was okay. He kind of led that offense. He was the face of that offense, the heart of the offense, him and Jackson Dart. But unfortunately, with him being out, that means Tyrone Tracy going to come back. He's going to take back over that starting position, and he's most likely going to get a lot of fantasy points because they're run heavy.
The Giants also have David Singletary.
He's 28 though. He's not.
Don't know how that's going to go.
There's no reason to mention him. He's 28. He's not going to get that many
But the way
snaps.
that I saw it on Sleeper was that they have them splitting time.
That's not going to last.
But that's what I can say. I don't know how that's going to go.
Last year, Tyrone Tracy was great running the ball for that god-awful New York Giants team before Danny Dimes really knew what the heck he was doing.
Speaking of, the Colts are first in the NFL right now.
They are, but
they are one in the power rankings.
Yeah. So that's probably going to be a good playoff contender right there. They have weapons all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
But with that final pick for running backs, let's move on to wide receivers.
Moving on to some wide receivers pickups this week. We got Shamir Dyke, DK, whatever. Don't care.
We know his name now. We heard it last week. It's DK.
Oh, is it?
But we're going to continue calling him Dyke because we find it more amusing that way. So
that is how it is on paper. Anyways, yeah, he did pretty great last week, didn't he?
He did.
He had a touchdown too.
Yeah, he did good. He was definitely doing better than A.O. Manor.
Oh yeah. As we have on the paper here, A.O. Manor sucks.
Yep.
Anyways, moving on.
No, hold on. Shamir DK, that move up happened because, well, what's his face left? Tyler Lockett.
Oh yeah.
He
demanded release.
He demanded release. They said, whatever, you're old. They released him, and then he went and signed with the Raiders.
Which is also another crappy team.
Yeah, he's not going to do anything, but it was worth mentioning what happened.
Yeah, but he is all back with Pete Carroll now.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Tez Johnson, the Bucks are on bye this week, but we've brought up Tez Johnson 3 weeks in a row now. I think Chris Godwin is out, but Tez Johnson, I have noticed, has slowly been getting the ball more.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't he? You know, 7th round sleeper. They're gonna get some trade or some value out of him or something.
Yeah,
they're gonna see because they got 2 old receivers. Let's see, Godwin is how old is he? 29.
Yeah.
Mike Evans is like he's on the late side of his career. Okay, this will probably be his last year before he retires, and you know he's not going to be coming back. Probably he's out till near the end of the season. So Tez will be able to step in probably wide receiver 3. And if I had to guess, Igbuka going up to 1. Godwin's probably going to be sitting at the middle at 2. But wonderful room to grow because that one game Godwin was back, he really didn't do much. So we're hoping Tez will get some traction, become a more favorable target, which seems to have been happening.
Michael Wilson for the Cardinals playing against Dallas. Dallas sucks.
I think this is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
We're going to go through each week.
Let's be honest. If you pick up any Cardinals player this week, they're probably going to get some points.
Yeah. I mean, if you have Trey McBride, hey, give yourself a pat on the back. He's getting ready to have a monster game out there.
Trey McBride. Yeah. He's going to go nuts this week.
But we also think Michael Wilson because he's been okay throughout the season, but let's be honest.
Against that Dallas defense, man, I could score on Dallas's defense.
Yeah, they would make us look like studs on the field, okay?
Absolutely. Troy Franklin for the Denver Broncos if you really, really need him. Now, he did great last week. against the Cowboys.
Yeah, but
Um,
that's only because it was
Yeah.
against the Cowboys. I mean, he did okay the following weeks. He's good, but the only problem is there's so
He's-
much depth
yeah,
in the
he-
wide receiver room in
in
Denver.
and he's not consistent
Yeah,
either.
he's wide receiver 3, so you'll have a couple of good games out of him. He's a good receiver, but he's not at the top.
Yeah,
he's not
it's-
going to get as many as say Mims.
Colston Loveland for the Bears.
Tight end. So Komet is out this week, and Colson Loveland, he was a very high. He's supposed to be better than Tyler Warren, really, but he hasn't got a shot. He has not been given a fair chance, but he has been doing okay. He's been doing okay playing behind Komet, but this week he's going to be the starter and finally get a chance to shine. So if you're needing a tight end and he's available for you, we recommend picking him up.
Yeah. Aronde Gadsden. I'm sure a lot of people have already picked him up by now.
Yeah.
But if he is still available or on a waiver wire, get him. For the Chargers, of course, he's been doing really good.
Most definitely. He's becoming more and more consistent.
Yeah. I'm sure he's already all grabbed up, though.
He's like a big receiver, man. He's like Evan Ingram 2.0.
Yeah. Moving on to some quarterbacks. We got Sam Darnold. The Seahawks are playing Houston this week. Houston has not been great this year.
They have not.
And
Sam Darnold, he's not horrid, but he's not awesome, right? But he's trending in the right direction because Jackson Smith-Njigba, he's numero uno for wide receivers and fantasy points, and somebody's throwing him that ball, right?
Yeah. And Houston's secondary is buns.
Yeah, and Sam Darnold is honestly, he's like rostered 40%, I think. So he's up in a lot of leagues.
Sam Darnold is a good sit him on the bench for a while until your main guy goes on bye week and you still have a good replacement there.
But this week, this is our pick of the week. I really think that Sam Darnold is going to do good against Houston.
I agree. I don't know if he's going to be pick of the week, though.
I think he will.
Okay. I agree.
Then we got
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray going up against Dallas. This one is also pretty self-explanatory.
They're playing Dallas.
They're playing Dallas. They've made the worst of the worst look great. So Kyler Murray, you go, girl.
Slay Queen. The defense for the Rams. They're playing the Saints. The Saints are trying out a new rookie QB.
Tyler Show. Let's see how that goes.
I don't know. Listen, the Saints are pretty bad.
I guess you could say he's going to have to show up or show out.
Yeah, pick up if the Rams defense aren't available, get those guys. They're gonna. Yeah. I would say there's gonna be quite a few interceptions in this game.
That's all we have for players this week. There's not a lot, but figured we'd make a joke for y'all.
This week is very boring.
By the way, we called Troy Franklin last week, and he got 30 in PPR leagues. We are so excited. We're on a great streak. 2 weeks that we've gotten someone good. All right, let's go. Sam Darnold, we're praying for you, buddy.
We need the Ginger King.
We need the Ginger King. And Bam Nye, that was picker number dos for the week. All right, it's time to make some picks, ladies and gentlemen. It's come down to teams versus teams, over-unders, So, getting into that, Lamar Jackson's coming back this week.
The Ravens.
And they just so happen to be playing Tua turning the ball over, except he didn't turn the ball over.
He popped off last week. I don't know what happened to him. But he had like over 200 passing yards and 4 touchdown passes.
His brain's like a bunch of mush, and I guess it was in the right orientation that he figured out how to play football for 1 week. Anyways, the Ravens are -7.5. The Dolphins are +7.5. And the over-under on that game is 51.5.
I'm going to say under.
Yeah.
But I do have the Ravens catching the dub.
Under Ravens, we agree on that one. Good, jolly day.
Yes. Bears are -2.5. The Bengals are +2.5. Over under 52.5.
That's going to be a good one.
That'll be a good one. I'm going to have to say under, though.
Okay.
But I think hear me out. Joe Flacco's questionable right now. If Joe Flacco plays, I'm going to say the Bengals. If Jake Browning has to play again, I'm going to say the Bears.
I'm going to go with the under, and regardless of who plays, I'm going to say the Bears just because I think Flacco is good for that team. The only problem was Joe Burrow had to do so much just to keep like a win or to get a win,
Yeah.
right? And I don't think Joe Flacco can keep up with that pressure on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm going to take the Bears under.
All right. We got the 49ers and the Giants over under 48.5. Now, the Giants without Cam Scatterboot, I do foresee them struggling a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the 49ers are going to take this one home, and I'm going to say over on this one.
Okay. I'm going to go. I think that depends, honestly. If Brock Purdy does not play this week, I'm going to have to go with the Giants. If he does play, I'm going to have to go with the 49ers.
But dude, Mac Daddy's been playing good.
Mac Daddy's good, but Jackson Dart's better. All right, that's why he's named starting quarterback for the Giants. Rookie year.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take the over on that game.
They also named Daniel Jones his rookie year as a starter. So, like.
Yeah, but you seen what happened to him.
He sucked, but now he's good.
Yeah, now he's good.
He's like with the number 1 team right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Falcons and the Patriots over under 44.5.
I think we all know where this is going.
Yeah. Drake May, he's going to absolutely demolish the Atlanta Falcons this week.
Most definitely.
And I'm going to say over.
Yeah. Let's go. I'm going to go with the under. I think it'll be just a one-way affair, and the Patriots will end up taking that home because they also have you said number 1 defense in the league.
Yeah,
so.
They are ranked number 1 defense.
And the Falcons, I hate to say it, but they got a lot of talent. Michael Penis is not bringing it home.
Michael Penis needs to retire.
Already needs to retire.
Oh, power flickered.
Then we got the Colts and the Steelers. Colts are -3, while the Steelers are +3. Over-under on that game is going to be 50.5. Wow.
Now, this could be a good game.
It probably will be a good game.
Aaron Rodgers they haven't been great. Okay, Pittsburgh has not been great.
But they haven't been bad.
But I feel like they can hang in. They can hang in that game. I do think the Colts are going to win.
Yes.
And I'm going to have to go with that over-under being 50.5. I feel like that's pretty dang solid. So, but I am going to say under just because both of those teams do have pretty dang good defenses, even though those offenses on the Colts, at least, is elite. And the Steelers' offense is...
They got DK Metcalf, baby.
Pretty okay, too. But I am going to say under just because the power of both of those defenses.
I'm going to go over, and I'm taking the Colts.
We got the Panthers and the Packers. The Panthers got whooped by the Bills last week. I was very kind of sad to see them go off on their winning streak there.
Small man Bryce Young is going to have some complexes with Micah Parsons running after him.
Yeah, I do think that the Packers are going to win. Over-under is 44.5, but I'm going to say under.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the under too. Let's go Packers, baby.
The Vikings and the Lions. With J.J. McCarthy coming back this week, this could be interesting. I really don't know how he's going to do. We've barely seen the guy play.
The 1 week he did play,
he wasn't that great.
God awful.
Anywho, I'm going to take the Lions. The over-under on that is 48.5. I'm going to say under.
I'm going to go under as well. Lions.
Wow. Broncos and the Texans.
Broncos are +1.5, and then the Texans are -1.5. It's a very close game coming up, and then we go
34?
an over-under of 43.5, okay?
No, that's for the Chargers.
Oh.
It's 39.5.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me. 39.5 is the over-under in that game. That's going to be a close one, man. But the Texans are playing at home, so... And the Broncos are known to struggle in away games.
I think Bo Nix is going to take this one home.
I honestly think that the Texans will end up winning this one in a very close game. I'm going to take the over on that.
I am going to say that'll probably be a good game to watch, though. I would enjoy watching that one.
Moving on, Chargers -9.5 versus the Tennessee Titans +9.5. That game is going to be 43.5 for the over-under.
Chargers, over.
Yeah, Cam Ward, buddy. I'm sorry, I really am, but you're not beating Justin Herbert with the baddie effect.
Nah, bro. He's got Madison Beer on his team now. Moving on. The Jags and the Raiders. Over under 45.5. The Raiders are buns. Jags are winning over.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Well, if Trevor Lawrence does
Yeah,
not
that's-
play,
That could be a pretty good factor there. Because who even is their backup?
I do not know.
Me neither. So that's bad news.
But Trevor Lawrence is questionable, so that's definitely going to be a questionable game.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Jameis Winston get traded to a team and go insane.
Yeah, I do too. That would be fun.
I like Jameis Winston.
But I think I'm going to go with the Raiders on that one, and I'm going to go with the under.
Oh, okay. We got the Saints and the Rams. Over under 43.5. This is going to be a pretty one-sided affair.
Saints are plus 14, and the Rams are minus 14. So everyone agrees. Tyler's show, it's going to be a rough week coming in, buddy.
Yeah, man. Sorry for your loss.
Yep.
Already. I'm going to take the over.
I'm going to take the under on that game. I feel like the Rams will put up enough points, and the Saints won't be able to come back.
Yeah.
At all.
Now, this game of the week. Chiefs and the Bills.
Yes, sir. Indeed.
This is our game of the week. The Chiefs are minus 2.5. The Bills are plus 2.5. And the over-under is 52.5. So the Bills coming off a really big win against the Panthers last week. And the Chiefs are coming off of a hot streak too.
Yeah.
With Rashee Rice coming back especially. That Bills defense, though, hasn't been looking the best. So I'm curious to see how they'll do against Rashee Rice and Patrick Mahomes, especially. That Chiefs defense hasn't been looking great either, though.
No, it'll be a high scoring game.
I feel so. I'm gonna say over on that, and I think that Josh Allen and the Bills can take it home.
They are playing at home, so that is a good theory. But my theory is that Mahomes will once again prevail, and he will show that he is the better quarterback than Josh Allen.
Dude, you're such a meat writer on Patrick Mahomes, dude.
He wins me money at the Super Bowls. He didn't last year, but that's okay because he got me 2 years prior.
Seahawks and the Commanders. The Seahawks are minus 3 on this one. The Commanders are plus 3. Over-under is 47.5. My thoughts, the Commanders have been buns. I think Sam Darnold and the Seahawks are going to take home the win, but I am going to say under.
Like I said, Sam Darnold, my pick of the week. I think him and Jackson Smith-Njigba, they're going to be taking it home. Give me the Seahawks and give me the under. Give me the under this week. And then Monday Night Football to cap it all off. We have the Cardinals and the Cowboys.
Arizona's going to win.
No.
Arizona's going to win.
Cowboys are taking it at home. Over under of 54.5. I think that's going to be over, like most Cowboys games. But I do foresee the Cowboys taking it home.
I think Cardinals are going to win, especially with Kyler Murray coming back this week.
All right.
Dollar bet on the Bills and Chiefs.
Excuse me, I got allergies. But that's going to wrap it up for this week. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Hopefully the players will help you out. Hopefully some of our picks will too. We'll catch you guys next week. Take it
Week
easy.
10.